let's keep them flowing. Where do you come from? Where you going? What are you feeling tonight? And what are you showing? Where do you come from? 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 Where you going? What are you drinking tonight? Let's keep them flowing.
Hello, and we are live with Cloud&Console. Welcome to the podcast that dives deep into the world of gaming, featuring the most exciting games of our times. Join our two Canadian co-hosts, Rudigs and Nads, as they explore their personal interests and share their passion for gaming. As cloud gamers and GeForce Now ambassadors, every Sunday at 10 p.m. Eastern, tune into gaming, including their favorite game, Destiny 2, as well as tons of exciting other titles, from reviews, in-depth analysis, to hilarious banters. These smart, fun, good-looking hosts with their unique Canadian personalities see the world of gaming and give it to you. So sit back, relax, and get ready for this epic ride with Cloud&Console. I'm joined, as always, by my super co-host, leveling up the podcast as always, Nads. Give me a 6. Give me a 1. Give me a 4. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. What about you? I hope you had a good week. This week was quite interesting. I was able to play a few games there. I was able to stream a little bit. I had to fix my computer, fix a bunch of stuff with my streaming setup. So now it's working, so I'm able to stream a little bit more until I'm leaving for a little bit, and then I'll be back for Christmas. So yeah, that's gonna be awesome. There's like a couple of games there. I was able to play a little bit of Destiny 2 for sure, some Cyberpunk. I tested out, tried to do the Phantom Liberty, didn't get to that DLC yet because I'm redoing the beginning of the story. I was able to play some Ark Survival Ascendant, which is like the upgraded version. We can talk more about it later, but yeah, that's pretty much what I've been playing this week. Quite interesting. I also play a little bit of Starfield, not that much. I think I've reached the limit of my Starfield gameplay. I'm probably gonna get back into it at some point, but so far I'm good with it. But what about yourself? What have you been playing?
Wide variety for sure. Getting into City Skylines again, molding my perfect civilization on the ever-changing coastlines of the City Skylines 2 in the cloud on GeForce Now, delivering those excellent simulation speeds, and my computer runs whisper quiet.
That's
No,
awesome.
it's really great to see, and it's one of the strongest arguments to have GeForce now to operate this. And what up, David Wilson? Hey, in the chat. Hope you're doing well, and hello to everyone else joining us. Feel free to like, subscribe, and share it out, because we're coming at you every week with Cloud&Console. On that,
Yes.
I've been actually getting back into Jedi Survivor. I left off that game because this game came out, Tears of the Kingdom, and everything went on pause. So I decided to
at it, huh?
revisit and pick up where I left off. They obviously have updated it since then. So I was able to experience now a true performance mode. I feel like the 60 FPS is much more stable, though not perfect. There's still some glitches here and there, and the swordplay feels a little bit off. It's like I want to write in pencil, but all you're giving me is a pen. But I'm having fun. I'm going through the story, enjoying some times there. So yeah, I would say those are the big highlights. Of course, there's Spider-Man 2, which I hop in and out of just to swing from buildings, and then Alan Wake 2, which was ever scary horror thriller, which you can also play on GeForce now.
Did you finish the Jedi Survivor? Or like?
No, I never finished it because I stopped as soon as Tears of the Kingdom dropped. Day one, nothing else existed.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh, that's funny. Awesome.
But,
yeah, back at it, so that should be interesting. Check it out.
Yes, and I know that there's a game that no, I did not finish Survivor. Not yet, David Wilson. Where I am at currently is I just had a fight with a friend, and now I'm another character, so I'm Seer right now. If you can remember where that is in the game.
You can switch characters on that?
They force you to switch characters. It's like a part of the story element. So if he remembers, I know he beat the game, so. But let's get into, you know, a game that has hit some turmoil. But we want to visit and give it some talking about. So we'll see this one. Oh, you're doing the... What's he saying? Seer bit. Awesome part. Absolutely awesome. Is it awesome, though? Okay, Wilson, here's what I'm thinking. If you're going to make me a different character, don't make me a different character who's slightly worse. Like, make this Jedi feel absolutely powerful. Make me have infinite Jedi Force, or have, like, some Jedi Ninja throwing stars or something. I just want her to feel like, oh, this is a cool experience, or make her move extremely fast. I just feel like her put up a shield and everybody's down is kind of, I don't know, falls flat. It's just not an exciting experience that I would like, but I'm breaking off at a tangent. Wait, until you finish it, then you'll understand why it's awesome. Okay, that is true. I will wait till I finish it. But let's break into a little bit of a somber note here, and I'm sorry to hit you with the somberness, but our path forward here.
Yeah, so some drama happened. Some drama happened with Bungie, right? So if you're not tracking, Bungie let go a bunch of employees that was been working on Destiny 2 since Destiny 1. So there's people in there that's been like making the music, developers. So have a feeling that they probably closer to be done with final shape. If they let everybody go, they let go a lot of people, even though that they've got bought by Sony for, was it 1.3 billion or something like that? Or I'm putting a number
3.6.
3.6. Okay, yeah, that's even more. So yeah. That being said, looking at Paul Tassi released a bunch of article about the subject. And also, Bungie didn't release this week in Destiny. They only released our path forward, explaining what's the future of like Destiny and coming to the final shape. But like the feeling that we get as a community is just like that. Um, After final shape, that's gonna be it, because they baby is gonna be marathon. They let go a bunch of people for the working on Destiny. Final shape got delayed until June. It was supposed to come out in February. Now it's getting delayed until June. So what's next season? Next season's about in a week. It's what's going to be about 8 months of a season. Like, what the hell's going on? And then we're gonna get final shape. Then we're gonna switch to episode. Who's gonna be doing the episode? Like, do they have everybody they need for it? It's quite interesting, and a lot of the community got surprised with that. Um, Also, some of the employee who got surprised, they were not aware they were getting fired, and this happened. So a lot of other content creators are very disappointed with what Destiny has been doing in regards to that. Sorry, Bungie, and it's confusing everybody to find out what's going on, like what's happening. We thought like the fact they got bought by Sony, they will be able to maintain everybody, but apparently they were in a deficit since um, it's before Witch Queen, so they were apparently in a deficit at this point. But anyway, the main message they're putting out there is that Final Shape, uh, at the end of the day, needs to be a Forsaken, need to be a Witch Queen, need to be a Taken King. One of those DLC that was, wow, amazing, right? And they need to do that or it's gonna crash. Like, I think Bungie's gonna have to difficulty to come back. And the fact they're working on the game right now, I don't know how it's gonna turn out. Maybe like Destiny 2 is gonna fade away eventually, and then they're gonna switch to Marathon and was the other one Matter they've been working on that we haven't heard back for a while about it.
Right.
But it's quite interesting what's happening there. But no, no, this week at Bungie, this week at Destiny, sorry, in Destiny. I don't know if anybody in the community that was providing insight like just left, and maybe they just want to stay quiet with all the issue that happened lately. So hopefully we're gonna hear back, and hopefully there's gonna be an outcome that's gonna be satisfying for the community. So I don't know how it's gonna turn out, but yeah, it's quite interesting. What do you feel about that, Ridigs?
I feel like getting bought out by a company pays out the top tier and leaves the majority of the people in worse and more risky situations than they were left in previously. I mean, yes, they kept 650 people, which is a lot, but the issue was all of those shares were about to kick in for Sony, and all these employees were about to get a piece of Sony. And I think they got some word from the head up that said, you know what, we gotta cut some of these people. We can't be having them obtain these shares. And they got word because Bungie, when they were acquired, they received $1 billion specifically to retain their own staff.
Yeah.
So the fact that they were now a year and a half later, now having to do big layoffs, like, that's the worst management of $1 billion I've ever seen, or they were told something had to happen.
Yeah, it's just crazy. That's what it is. I just feel like there's something wrong happening there. Someone upstairs just like doesn't want to share the love to all the employee and was like, we need to do some cut somewhere. So I don't know. It's very interesting. I feel like sad for those people that like was expected to stay there for a longer time, work on Marathon, work on other game, and they got let go. Like, we had like people like, you know, the song in DSC when you like get in space, like that song, and other like all the iconic song from Destiny 2. That person got fired basically, or well, the multiple
Well,
people
that's the
that work
thing
on
too.
that song. It's just like, you know, and that's just it. Like, if you want to keep players into it, like keep a good memory, I think like song is an important piece. So what are they gonna do for a future game? Like, they just gonna get like a new person? Like, was he
Nope.
ready to retire or something like that? Or are they just gonna, oh, let's get ChatGPT or like to do our freaking
That's the
yeah.
one. He costs much less.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh well. I don't know. I feel very weird about it. I don't know how that's gonna turn out. Uh, but yeah, it's sad. Other than that, within Destiny, so this week is the last week of the Halloween event, so Festival of the Lost. If you haven't reached the maximum of your card, a seasonal card, go get it. I think on Tuesday is gonna reset. I don't know what's gonna happen. It's gonna be the last week. There's still some stuff missing for the season to finish, and then we're gonna move into next season. So I was hoping that this week we will get like an insight about next season. Maybe it's gonna be next Thursday. So hopefully we hear about from Bungie about the game, because right now it's looking sad. That was a sad week for Bungie. So yeah. Other than that,
Well, we pick up.
yeah,
We pick
that's
up. We'll keep you updated on what happens with Bungie in the future,
mhm.
and stay tuned.
Yeah,
But moving on,
hopefully, yeah.
unless you have any closing thoughts to say about Destiny.
No, I'm still like a player. I'm still gonna play it. I just don't know how it's gonna turn out. I'm hoping that final shape's gonna be something great to finish with. That's all.
And I wish the best for everyone who unfortunately got let go. We hope that you are able to find some new work that's able to either be better for your fortunes in the future. So
Yeah,
take care and all the best.
yeah.
Well, let's move on to a company that's killing it in the stock market.
Oh.
I will say, GeForce Now. November. I like that. November. Because I feel like it would be a joke that I would make. It's bringing over 50 games
I know,
to
it's
stream
just
this in.
crazy.
The
Great.
list is long.
Mm-hmm.
And they're doing something that I thought was a little bit unique that I hadn't seen them do before. There is something called Vertex Stadium. So I had to read up a little bit on this concept. People go inside this stadium to virtually watch League of Legends people compete. And apparently
Oh, that's what
thousands
it
of
is.
other people use props and emotes to cheer players along via chat. So it's an entire thing dedicated to League of Legends. And here are
Yeah.
all the finals and stuff. It's happening. It already did happen for the quarterfinals. And now we're breaking into the semifinals, November 11th and 12th. And then the final will be November 19th. So pretty ridiculous. I did not realize Vertex Stadium was a thing. But it's an interesting concept and one to check out if you're curious to watch some League of Legends.
I'm not a person that's like crazy about League of Legends, but I know a lot of people that play it. Uh, yes, it's very competitive. It's basically a remake of Dota. If you know about Dota, it was created from the ground up from using, was it Warcraft 1 or 2 or 3, one of them, and basically people like the idea of like controlling a special character instead of a group, instead of being an RTS is controlling one character, and that's how Dota came out, and Dota 1 and 2, and then basically then they create League of Legends. So pretty amazing, the evolution of it. It was basically an indie game, right? So
Oh, wow.
but now
Well, it
it's
took off, massive popularity.
mm-hmm.
Let's go check out the stadium now. You can cloud check it out in GeForce now. And then we have Apex Legends bringing in a new season. So check it out. Battle Royale, first-person shooter. I believe this is a free-to-play game because I've played it and I have not paid for it. So check it out. And also, I will say, which I'm curious to why they did not bring this up, Fortnite released a new season as well. And what they did was they brought back the seasonal map from Chapter 5, and they saw their population shoot up to 3.5 million players.
Damn.
Which is just
because
insanity.
it was popular or what?
Yeah, just the nostalgia factor. People wanted to get back in some excitement and check it out, see what they did. Pretty crazy though.
That's cool.
And what is the best way to experience it on the GeForce now? In the cloud. Well, you can really crank it up with the reflex mode, and if you have the screen and monitor, hit that up to 240 FPS and never miss a shot. Headbangers. We got so some of these cool things on here. The Talos Principle 2, made by Digital Devolver. That studio is awesome. It pumps out a lot of really great games. RoboCop, that's a big IP.
Yeah, I wasn't tracking. I wasn't tracking RoboCop was coming out in a new game, and I saw some video of it. I was like, "That's not real." And I look at it, it's like the graphic on it are amazing. I'm like, "Holy frig!" Like, I don't know if they use Unreal Engine 5 or something like that, but it looks amazing. That should be an interesting game to play. Single player, so it probably. A third person? Is it a third person or a first person? Probably a first person.
It is a first person arcade shooter. So a lot of the portions are kind of you stand still and shoot at things on the screen. Right, it's a bit different, but I did see a boss fight where you were moving around.
And it looked like it has some RPG aspect of it, where you can level up either combat skill, armor, vitality, engineering, focus. So quite interesting game. Probably I'll have a look at it and see how it is. Watch some video or something, right?
We have Hot Wheels Unleashed 2. The first one was a lot of fun. I remember playing that on the outs and outs of Stadia. We have Solstice, which is a Souls-like sort of anime twist one. But that's cool to see that they brought that to the cloud. And, I mean, just so many other games. If there's any on this list that really come to mind, I mean, if you're a big fan of simulators, they have bus and farm simulators. I mean, Saints Row 4. A lot of this stuff is coming in through Xbox as well. Airport CEO. I thought that was a funny one that stood out to me. But some of these, like Thymesia, was another difficult Souls-like game. The Wolfensteins. West of Dead is an interesting twin stick. So Overcooked 2, massively popular. Like, just the list goes on and on. How do they make the time to make all these acquisitions for games? Like, this must take a while.
A lot of them are coming from Xbox, so it's like with PC Game Pass. So if you have PC Game Pass, or you have the game on Microsoft Store, world, and it's available for you to play on GeForce Now, which is amazing. And those games, like any of the simulator game or the airport CEO, it always make me laugh. I'm like, why? Okay, maybe you want to try to see how it feels to be a bus driver or something like that, but I don't know if you have to. Oh, you need to like drive to point A to point B and you gotta be on time and stuff like that. I don't know what's the bus simulator. Maybe the CEO, airport CEO, you gotta manage a lot of money. You're sitting at the desk all day. I don't know, but it's quite interesting, right? Amazing, they're adding more and more games like this.
And I mean, the list goes on and on. So be sure to check it out with last month as well. Lists that they're throwing in here. You can't go wrong with their selection of games. And where is the most unusual place you've played a game on GFN?
I think it was on my cell phone in the middle of the woods.
Well, I'm gonna put the obvious.
What's for you?
In toilet. Am I not spelling toilet? Right on the toilet.
Yeah, TOI.
Oh my god, I'm a horrible speller.
There we go. See, Google is helping you.
Yeah, I know. Google.
On toilet or on the toilet?
Now, where would you like me to put one for you?
The middle of the wood in a tent? Because that's what it was.
There we go. I'm gonna hit it with a like. Alright, we had some fun with the GeForce Now blog. Be sure to check it out. I wanted to go over some announcements if you're in the GeForce Now area. Okay, so if you've been having some issues, heads up, we fixed a UI issue in Baldur's Gate 3 and the game is out of maintenance, and that is as of today, November 5th. So be sure to check that out if you've been having issues with Baldur's Gates. Also, it shows that the European 1-month premium signups are now sold out. This issue is now resolved, so be sure to check that out if you were having some issues with that. And that was due to an increased demand of GeForce Now 1-month premium memberships because, you know, it's a hot commodity. You got to get your games in the cloud. So yeah, those are just some house cleaning announcements from GFN, and happy to keep everybody in the know.
Yeah, if you're having any issue with GFN, you can always access their forum on nvidia.com, or you can look up their subreddit, the Reddit GeForce Now. So basically, go in there, create a post, let them know, or you can access to them on Discord also. They have a Discord, so you get multiple places where you can report, and I think there's a reporting system also within GeForce Now app. So easy enough to like let them know what's the issue, and they're gonna come and help you out to fix it.
Easy squeezy. Now, let's bump on over to a big news proponent in the cloud gaming world, and that is Cloud Dosage. What have we got going on in the cloud this week? So we're rolling on back to a week ago, RoboCop, and we knew that that was coming to GFN. Ubisoft confirms that Far Cry 6 will no longer receive updates. So this game obviously
I think they got their last update
on GFN, Luna and Boosteroid, as well as PlayStation Plus, and now we're hearing that it will no longer be receiving updates. I assume now that they're finished, they're moving on to Far Cry 7.
Yeah, probably.
Which will be starring Pete Davidson.
Is that who it is?
We'll see.
Yeah. That's
Dead
crazy.
Island 2 House. The first major expansion for Dead Island 2 has officially launched. This is another game. Nads, we got to get into a play session of this one.
Yeah, I forgot
I'm
that I
pretty
had
sure
it.
you got that one. Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
You gotta smash some zombies with the visceral, body splitting abilities that they have in that game.
And there's
Really
a new DLC or something like
unique. Yes, we're having the House DLC, a brand new story and location set in a mysterious villa that is located in Malibu. Ooh. So you'll face off against the cult, a techno death cult, and it's been reformed by a billionaire. So check it out. You get new weapons, new skill cards, and you know what? I am of age. Listen, I understand. And by the way, warning, this video may be inappropriate.
that. Oh.
So, Dead Island 2 had a lot of cool moments. Played with a good friend N7 of the show. We had fun smashing some zombies. Oh, look at that.
It's just a survivor first-person shooter, basically. You just go and kill everything.
I mean, guns seem to be very rare in the game. Like, at least the portion I play, maybe you have to get further. But I was really just using melee weapons, and I feel like it really has a heavy focus on melee weapons.
And you look like you're carrying a head, or what? Is the head your new weapon or something?
Yeah, you're carrying a head. It looks very freakish and Halloweenish. So that's probably the timing for it.
That's awesome.
Are invited to join us. So it looks very scary, very American Horror Story, and cool to see. Be sure to check it out on GeForce now. The best place to play it in my experience. Crank it up on the 4080. And hey, did you see this global outage on GeForce now? Unfortunately. Hey, SBG, hope you're doing well, good sir. Good to hear from you.
Hello. Yeah, what's that? Like, what's the global outage you're talking about?
It included an outage that happened earlier this week. If you had not heard, it is now fixed. They were experiencing a global outage, yeah. So, it just went down for a bit, but that goes to show you. Just be cautious of always saving your games, because this could happen at any point. But yeah, it doesn't happen very often, not very frequent at all. This is the first time I think it's happened since I've been
heard about
a member. Yeah. And it only lasted a couple hours, and then it was back up, if not only 1 or 2 hours. And that happened on November 2nd.
Oh, I think I was trying to play something, and for some reason they put me in a wait list or something like that. That probably when they brought it back or something.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, moving on, Netflix games. October, Dead Cells, pretty good one for Netflix. And as well as Slayaway Camp. Netflix and Kill, so I guess that's their own type of game. But cool to see Dead Cells. I'm sure that's a big get for them, and they're coming out with some actual games, some big titles.
Interesting.
We talked about being sold out. Oh, this is a big one, part of the title. We're raffling away a Logitech G Cloud. Nads, did you see this one?
Oh, no, that's
Here's
good.
how to enter.
There we go.
Be sure to go on over to clouddosage.com. It's giveaway time. We now have over 6,500 games included. So what you have to do is you have to sign up on their website. And I believe you have to rate games. And the more games you get, the more entries you get.
Sweet. That's cool.
Yep, and it doesn't say the dates here, but I assume it'll be at the end of the month. So be sure to get your entries in before that is done, and your chance to get a cloud gaming device.
Cool. The cloud gaming device looks pretty good too. Like, if you're a fan to play on your phone, that's like basically a Switch, but only for cloud gaming. So that's perfect.
Now we have 4 games leaving Amazon Luna in November. I swear we never say games coming to Amazon Luna. Like, what's left there? Oh my god. Close to the Sun, Crossless, Everspace, which was... And Mighty Switch Force Collection. That one was supposed to come to Stadia. I'm actually sour about that one. Oh, hi, Hannah. Thanks for stopping by. So, check out Luna. It will drop. It's dropped now to under 100 games, unfortunately. So we wish you the best, Luna. Good luck, you purple cloud gaming service.
I don't know, like, what's going on with Luna exactly. I feel like they're still in the beta, I think. Are they?
I think they got out of beta when they expanded to the different countries.
Oh. That's interesting.
Well. That's what it is. But this week we're gonna do something a bit different because we have some lull in the gaming news. Let's talk about some games we've been gaming on with GeForce Now. So this bad boy is Ark Survival, and you built a... Wait, where's the Chad? Oh, is this a different stream? Oh no, there he is. No,
that's skinny. Yeah, I think I played.
Oh, there he is. There he is. All right, and then there was the intro. So let's get into some gameplay, and I'll let you talk about it.
Yeah, so at the beginning you can create your character, you can do randomize, fool around with it the way you want him to look like. Then you land. It's the same as Survival Evolved. All they did is that now it's on Unreal Engine 5. It was running fine at first, and certainly I started having crash, but overall the graphic is amazing. Like it's just crazy the difference you have in terms of graphic, how it looks, but the concept is the same. It's the same game. It's just looking better. That's all. But I had some issue where it started crashing when I was in an undedicated server. So if I was single playing, it was fine. But then when I had N7 joining me, then it started like crashing. Oh yeah, at this point there was like some raptor chasing me, and I was like, I'm gonna climb on top of the rock. They cannot come and get me, and this guy just pushed me and killed me. Yeah.
So to me, it looks like the same game. What is it about it that they changed, or why the release of something new?
It's just the Unreal Engine 5. That the entire game was redone onto a different engine. That's all. So it runs like a bit better, like graphically more powerful. So like
it looks
does
nicer.
Look good. Like looking at the grass and stuff like that is just crazy. But that's about it, I think. So unless they added some addition, I know if you gang the Survival Ascendant, which is this one, then you get all the other DLC, everything that came with it before. I think that's That's in preparation of like Ark 2, because Ark 2 is supposed to come out at some point. I don't know when.
And Ark 2 is supposed to be a lot different.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's gonna be single, like an adventure or something like that, single player adventure. Because I know Vin Diesel is like one of the main character in it. If you watch the older video, but yeah.
And they're talking Souls-like combat in the description.
Oh.
Yeah, and it's going to be third person. Yeah, and
Okay.
I think there is multiplayer co-op. But remember the Stadia days when we tried to play together
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
how that did not work great for us? Oh
Yeah,
my
it didn't
gosh.
work great at first, and then someone online found a way to upgrade the or like play with the settings to make it work better on Stadia. There is some compatibility issue at first, but then eventually they find out a way. So yeah, quite interesting.
So were you
But yeah.
able to play your old Arc saves on this new one, or did you have to start a brand new
No,
game
I
altogether?
started brand new because I play on Stadia before and I didn't transfer
Oh,
my save. I was like, that's fine. I'll restart from the beginning. I think those games it's always fun to start from the beginning, so I'm not too worried. It's like always interesting to like go from like the start and just like build everything from scratch. So yeah.
cool. Cool. And
Yeah.
I was all the story the same because the beginning story showed like some mystic lady who looked like Alt from
Yeah.
Cyberpunk.
So that was the first time I saw this. That was new. Like the when you start the game, the intro was pretty amazing, like graphically and stuff like that. And then like you start the game, and yeah, you have that hologram kind of lady. You cannot see her vein. I don't know like how to
Yeah.
describe it, but like it was quite interesting because it was like telling you like, oh, this is the world I've been into, and then you coming in my world, and then you're gonna have to go through the same step I went through. So that was quite interesting. But yeah, I don't remember seeing that before, so that was pretty cool. Very good that they added that to it.
Well,
Yeah.
it's cool to see. Nice to see. Let's
Yep.
let's check out some other games that have been played in the cloud. We'll
Yeah.
check out a little bit of some city skylines here. Oh my gosh. Okay, I obviously sit much closer to the camera than you do when we game stream.
Oh, I think it's just because I make mine smaller. That's all.
No.
I,
Oh, maybe
I
I'm
resize
zooming
it.
in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So look
resize
how
it
much
smaller.
detail is in all of these streets. Like traffic
No.
flow, you can design. Like I'm actually surprised that car isn't rendered fully. Maybe I have to zoom in. Oh, I started naming streets after people. Oh yeah, that was funny. Lo-fi people came
Lo-fi
into the
stream.
chat and named streets after them.
That's funny.
But yeah, we had fun. But I love how detailed all these houses. Oh, I did I pause time? No, I didn't pause time. Look at the cars they all go through. If you zoom in, you can see people shopping. So many people drive smart cars in this game, which I thought
That's
was
funny.
funny. But yeah, I have a lot of fun. And the radio, it tells you different things that are happening in your city. It's like, oh, the water systems are being a bit plugged up right now, and then you have to go check your water and adjust your settings that way. So I like how interactive it is. You can now upgrade the streets directly on the streets instead of
Yeah.
reshaping things. So there's some ease things. I like the UI. It makes it a bit easy. Oh, here I'm raising taxes on everybody right here on screen.
Oh, you being that guy, I see.
Yeah.
I heard that there was an update where they fixed where like the radio were not putting inappropriate comment anymore because they used to do that or something. I don't
Oh,
know. I saw
really?
there. Yeah, I saw an update about that. I was like, interesting. I wonder what they were talking about.
Yeah,
But other than
I
that,
hadn't heard that.
how do you find it compared to the first city skyline? Do you find
Well,
like there's some difference or it's
yes.
fairly similar?
The utilities. I find the utilities to make so much more sense in designing their layout, and it's so much easier in this City Skylines 2, because the utilities are built into the roads, and I love that ease of use because I don't have to map out all these power lines everywhere and deal with the radiuses. I feel like the water is also transported through the roads, so that is
nice.
also it's that kind of utility map out. The radio, I feel that having that interactivity, and the industries taking advantage of the surroundings. There did never used to, you just used to map out these places, but now they have specialized industries, and you map out the area that they're going to take. So if you see a bunch of forests, you can have a forestry. If you have land rich in farmland, you can go, you know, map a rural area. Or if you have like rare gems or something, you start a mining operation there.
Oh, that's
So
good.
I like that diversity in the industry aspect as well. Plus, the editing tools for rebuilding streets is a lot easier. Replacing streets and upgrading them is easier. So I think there's a lot of things that I can highlight that they've improved with some ease of life. And I'm sure there's so much more in complexity that I don't even understand. But I'm having fun. I'm learning. I'm shaping some streets, building some cities. Look, I make a
That's
little
awesome.
curved street. It's kind of like painting, I will say, because I feel like I'm painting like a big picture, and like, but all the pieces have to like work fluidly together. And in the end, I have like, I kind of get into this flow state when I'm like designing, and I think I ended it up with like, I want to see if I can, oh no, see the whole city. It's just nice to see.
Wow.
Nice to see the flow.
That's funny. That's pretty amazing, right? What you can create. That is crazy. That's like something you can get easily lost in.
Oh yeah, the time. I think I was like, oh, I'm just gonna play for an hour, and then it just like time disappeared.
Exactly. You get carried away. I do the same thing in games like similar to Starfield, like, or like where you have to manage a lot of things, right? So I take example Starfield because I did like if you do the shipbuilding or
let's see if I can pick up some Starfield. I think you have some Starfield footage, or did you take that down?
No, I took it down because it was stuttering and everything. So, but it was quite interesting, that's for sure. I'll probably gonna do it again in the future, just to show what I have built, what my gameplay looked like and stuff like that. So, but yeah, what do you have there? What are you showing right now?
So this is the opening of Alan Wake 2. I was a little bit shocked to see that you start as a fat naked dude.
Why is he naked?
There's reasons, but essentially it is a horror game, and this is a genre that I had to learn existed. You have to build suspense. You have to appreciate the atmosphere. The gameplay comes from solving the puzzles in the world around you. So it's a little bit different than my action adventure type of games, but I'm understanding where this horror genre is coming from, and what makes a game a horror game. So there's jump scares, there's interesting concepts that are mind-bending, and there's it's a well-written, interesting story that pulls you in.
So I'm gonna have to get into it and check it out.
And look at his butt. Look at that butt. Oh, but you see that jump scare? You'll see, like, you get these jump scares and stuff on screen.
Deer or something like that? Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought I saw the deer. I thought it was a jump scare first. And he's seeing like, okay. Well, now I'll know to watch out when I get to that point, right?
Well, this is the first 3 minutes. I'm not spoiling all too much for you here.
Yeah, no, that's all good. That's funny. Looking good though.
So if you're wondering where in the trilogy this sort of comes from, so Remedy Games, they are responsible for Alan Wake 1. Then they went on to make some Max Payne IPs and titles. They've also made Control, which was a game on Stadia as well. And then they went on to make Alan Wake 2, which is their newest release. Came out just a couple weeks ago around Halloween time. Maker of Chaos, what up, what up? So here you see you're met up with some unfortunate circumstances, but we'll cut the footage there not to spoil you on anything.
What the hell? Those people are there to kill you, I guess.
No.
I thought they were there to help you.
They're there to give you hugs. They're there to give you hugs. Now let's check out, I know you were playing a game as well very recently. Let me know how you were feeling about Cyberpunk.
Yes, so
you started from the beginning all over again because you didn't want to let me know what's up.
Yes and no. So basically I play on Stadia, and then when I got it back on GeForce now, I started a new game. I start from the start, and I was like, well, I'll play the DLC, so I'm just gonna continue to start, so I don't need to redo it. But now it's making me do all the freaking quests until I get to a point where I can do Phantom Liberty. Then later on you tell me like, oh, by the way, if you start a new game, you can just jump to Phantom Liberty. Tricky. I was like, fuck, I didn't know that. So yeah, basically I just need to play the beginning before I can jump into it. There was like a lot of me trying to figure out thing, like I'm so used to play Starfield that I'm like, oh, what's this button do? Oh no, it's the wrong button. Like I'm used to press E for accepting. In this case it's F, and anyway. And I think my character is a woman too in this game, so quite interesting. I've been just like playing around, but I'm probably gonna try to step ahead in the game just so I can stream Phantom Liberty at some point. So that's my goal.
Yeah,
but
maybe start a new save file. I know you jump ahead in your level 20, but even playing the beginning, does it feel more smooth? Like, how does 3 years of the game feel?
It feel like very smooth, yeah. Compared to when it came out, definitely a change. Everything is like running well. I don't see any issue. I think like some of the meta change. Like now it's like apparently you can go with those scissor hand or something like that, scissor arm, and that's the way to go. Or you can slow time and stuff. I haven't really played around with it too much. I just like to play with guns, so probably gonna just go back to that. But yeah, probably gonna not avoid, but just gonna move forward towards like Phantom Liberty, and then like just do that instead of doing the main story when I get to that point.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I think the last thing that we did that I have done on GeForce Now this week is some family game night.
Yes.
And that is always good fun times. Let's see if I can. Yeah, it's always a bit of rambunctiousness to it.
Yes.
But as always, Fortnite is looking great. Oh my gosh, how can anyone pay attention to my stream? Look at all this. This chat on my.
Why there's so many things on
my stream's a bit. But yeah, we had a viewer jump in. We also had Maker of Chaos play with us. So having some fun. I was actually dressed up. They gave, and if you should log into Fortnite because you get the Alan Wake skin because you have the Alan Wake game because they're both connected through Epic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I got that skin in the backpack. So that was fun. Playing with the root Diglets, getting I believe we got a victory royale as well. you know me, I just kind of hang out and go along. I'm not the greatest at these shooter type of games.
Just like if you rewind when you're in the barn, was that Nolan Chase? Is that like an NPC, something like that? Is he like the
Yeah,
one of the
yeah. So there's now
the beats,
NPCs. There's
oh, okay.
NPCs sitting around. You can talk to them. You can hire some of them. So if you go down, they can even heal you.
Wow.
Or a lot of them just sell you things.
Interesting.
And look, I have like this Doom guy as my like. There's so many crossovers and IPs in this game. It's ridiculous.
That's funny. Wow.
But you have fun. It's definitely a big world, and they've done a lot to make the gameplay loop quick, easy, cross-play, and oh, look at me. I knocked down somebody there. I'm the freaking greatest. And I eliminated somebody else. Oh my gosh.
There you go.
See, there's Maker of Chaos right there. Yeah, we won our first match. I wonder if this is the one we won. And then, yeah, so...
That's
and
funny.
I think this was just me, Maker, and Miguel, because Maya was having some computer issues. And I keep telling them to get GeForce Now at their house. But
it will be easier.
they have yet to tell me. Because I told them they can test it. You get the app, and then you can run the test to see how the internet works.
Yeah. There's another game though we played together the other day. That was the CPU with SPG. That was quite
let me look that
game.
up.
Alright, if you look
that
up
is
SPG,
a good shout out. That is a good shout out.
That was a lot of fun. If you're a fan of playing Among Us, or like what's the other one? That was Evil Dead. That was another one similar. Or,
Dead by Daylight.
Oh, yeah, it's like a mix of both, right? So like, you have to find the person that is infected or whatever it is. Like, so you're a group of people. You have to do some task around, and while you're doing tasks, sometimes like the place turn into nighttime, and then like whoever two people are infected, they turn into a monster and they chase you to kill you, and then you have to identify who it is, and you have to survive and escape at the end. As you complete the task, you fill up that bar, and then you at the end you get the key to exit out, basically. So there's an exit. That was funny. You got like infected, or you were like a monster.
Infected 3 times. So watch this. Watch this. This is SPG. And look, it says Rudigs is on your team to the left, right? Right?
Oh,
it shows me in green. Yet he goes to kill me.
You?
And I'm like, well, dude, we're on the same team. I don't understand this. Still, victim escapes. Still shows me as his teammate. Shows me as his teammate.
I see.
Look,
you're able to escape at least, yeah.
But
then he came back and killed you.
I was like, why are you doing this to me?
Why you didn't transform though, right there?
And because I didn't know how to. That was my first match.
Oh yeah.
And then literally it shows that he killed his own teammate. Oh my gosh.
Funny.
But yeah, some cool games. Some cool games on GeForce Now, not to miss. Let me pull up some game clips to round out the show what we've been playing on. Here we have it. Here we have from the finals. This is a new Unreal Engine 3 game. You can see it looks very explosive, dynamic. You can tear down buildings, and I am the winner.
What's this game?
The finals. It's an open beta.
Oh. Okay.
I'm not sure if it's still. I believe it's closing as of today or tomorrow. But it's a 3v3v3 shooter similar to X-Defiant type of style. However, it's built in Unreal Engine 5. So there's a lot of I love the destructibility. And so this is me playing Jedi Survivor.
Oh yes.
Watch this. Look at this boss.
Oh.
Rick the door technician.
Rick the door technician.
And then
what the hell? Is he
That's
like
it.
that's just him?
And then I'm like, oh, what?
That's the
And
boss?
I'm like, yeah. I'm like, what?
That's,
No, Rick.
Halfway boss. Rick.
No.
Boss defeated. It took 2 seconds. He just
I
ran
know.
towards you. That's funny.
What?
Oh my god. Alright,
So,
and
yeah.
my 2 clips, so they're both from Starfield. The first one I found it quite interesting. So I get into that place, right, and this security guard's like, alright, follow me, blah blah. Okay, I'm following him. He's bringing me to the person in charge, right? So I'm looking around, doing the scanning as usual to steal stuff, but there's nothing available. And I'm just like, what the fuck just happened? And then like, I just get teleported to another world, and I'm like, what the fuck? I was just surprised about it. It was just so funny moment. That's a pretty interesting quest if you yet to do it. You find this place and then one of the planet, and there's like just so many to explore. But it was just funny to like appear there, and I remember being like, what the hell? I was turning around like, where the fuck am I? But like the entire time you're in there, it's doing this, and apparently the DLC is gonna have to do with the parallel world. So the next, the new DLC coming up, so that should be interesting. The next video, it's me basically helping a ship. I think I did like some dogfighting versus another ship, and I'm answering him at the end, and I look at my missile are still like going circle looking for the target, and I found that quite interesting. I was like seeing if I can get hit by one, but it doesn't look like it. But like I was like, huh, interesting that they're going circle, just like they never went towards the target. And I had this happening to me a few times, so I was like, interesting enough. So some of the bugs from Starfield, I guess. Well, I just found that funny, that's why. But yeah, that's about it. I don't think I hear you. Can you hear me?
Oh, that's my bad. I'm talking into a muted mic. Well, thanks for sharing. It's good to see. Thanks for sharing that glitch. It's fun.
Yeah,
and
always interesting.
That's all we have to share for this week in the cloud gaming world. Thanks for tuning in. Of course, you can support the podcast by like, subscribe, share. Best game ever. Laugh my SPG has a whole rant on this game. Starfail.
Starfail. It got better. It got better.
We just saw the circles, but yes, we have our discussions. I want to thank everyone for coming, hanging out, talking cloud. We'll see you not next week, but the next time.
Yes,
until then,
definitely.
Take care.
Yeah. See you guys all.
To believe in me. Why try? Do I even need to? I die.